Welcome everyone to another deep dive. Today we're tackling a really profound topic, generating the Bodhi Mind. We've got some fascinating material to work with here, specifically a discourse from Venerable Master Bennie from the Australian Buddhist Practice Association. And there are also some great insights shared by Chenmo or Grace Spirit. So our mission really is to unpack what generating the Bodhi Mind actually means. We'll be using these, well, pretty vivid analogies from Master Bennie. Some are quite surprising, actually. Get ready for maybe a few aha moments, because this whole concept, it's much richer than you might first think.
It really is. And, at its heart, the Bodhi mind, it's about awakening, enlightenment, but also this deep, deep compassion. It's often seen as the real starting point on the Buddhist path. And these analogies, they're fantastic because they help us grasp its many facets and what it actually means for our lives.
Okay, great. Let's dive in then. The first analogy the master uses, he says, generating the Bodhi mind, like Medicine King Good Sight, because it can destroy all affliction illnesses.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my first reaction, and I see a student in the source had the same thought, was, okay, is this like a literal pill we're talking about?
Right. It's a natural question. But the master clarifies things really well. He says the Buddha, he's the ultimate medicine king, and the Dharma, the teachings themselves, that's the real medicine.
Ah, okay. So not popping a pill.
No, not at all. It's about, internal transformation, changing things inside through understanding and practice. And there's this interesting bit, too, about human medicine, Nanduk. That refers to the medicine king Bodhisattva. The master mentions if this Bodhisattva just touches you, physical and mental sickness can apparently vanish. But there's a nuance. He's really known for curing the body's sicknesses. For the deeper mental stuff, the afflictions, that still comes back to engaging with the Dharma.
Okay, got it. And then there's this really captivating part about a medicine tree. He talks about this, like mythical tree that can cure everything, hundreds, thousands of diseases, physical, mental, but, and here's the catch, sick people can't actually get to it.
Yeah, and the reason why is, well, it's quite something. The master explains the tree transformed itself and stays hidden away in the mountains. Why? Because it's too fragrant. And we humans, we are too odorous.
Too odorous. Wow.
Yeah, it apparently cannot bear to look or listen to us. It's a powerful image, isn't it? It really highlights the kind of purity that the Bodhi mind embodies or maybe requires. And it points to our own defilements, our odor, that keeps us from accessing that kind of ultimate healing.
That really makes you stop and think. The idea that our own internal state, our odor, actually repels the cure. It suggests kind of courage is needed, right, to even face those odorous parts of ourselves. The student in the source even mentions admiring Shakyamuni Buddha for daring to show up in a world like this. So what's the takeaway for us with this first analogy?
I think it shows that the Bodhi mind offers this, radical kind of healing. It gets to the root cause of suffering, our affliction illnesses. And yes, it demands we look at uncomfortable things about ourselves, our defilements. But the promise is profound transformation. If we actually start that journey, that purification process, is about becoming receptive to the cure.
Okay, so from healing to extraction, the next analogy feels a bit more active, generating the Bodhi mind, like Vikaspa medicine, because it can pull out all arrows of affliction. It sounds related to the medicine king, but pulling out arrows, that sounds more, direct. Surgical, almost.
That's a good way to put it, yeah, surgical. While the first one is about totally destroying the illness, this Vikaspa idea seems more about removing something deeply embedded, like an arrow that's really lodged in there causing persistent pain. It's about extraction. And what's really striking here in the source material is how the master connects this to Shakyamuni Buddha's unique role. He emphasizes that only Shakyamuni Buddha dared to appear here in this, what does he call it, this evil world of 5 turbidities.
Right, the 5 turbidities. Can you quickly remind us what those are?
Sure. It's a concept describing a degenerate age. So the 5 are defilements in beings themselves, like our physical and mental state declining, defilements in views, like wrong ideas spreading, defilements in our afflictions, greed, hate, delusion getting stronger, defilements in the time itself, like shorter lifespans, and defilements in life, meaning general moral decay.
Okay, so a pretty challenging time to show up.
Exactly. The master says other enlightened beings, they'd wait. They'd wait for conditions to improve dramatically, like when humans live for 84,000 years, apparently.
Yeah.
Or they just manifest in heavenly realms, bypassing this messy world.
Which really makes that student's analogy in the source hit harder. Likening the Buddha to a doctor bravely entering the most severe mental hospital filled with uncontrollable patients. That's intense.
It is intense.
Yeah.
And deeply inspiring, I think. It shows the sheer power and, maybe more importantly, the compassion of the Bodhi mind. It's this active willingness to jump right into the thick of suffering, the most difficult places, not just to soothe things, but to actively pull out those deeply embedded arrows, however painful or difficult that might be. It's fearless engagement.
Fearless engagement. I like that. Okay, moving on. The third analogy. This one shifts gears quite a bit. Generating the Bodhi mind, like Indra, because it is the most supreme among all lords. Indra. We hear about various heavenly beings. Why Indra specifically as the most supreme? What about other lords or higher realms?
That's a good question. The Master clarifies this point. Indra is the chief, the leader, of the 33 heavens, the realm called Triastri Aureus. So yes, there are other realms, higher ones even, in the grand scheme of Buddhist cosmology. But Indra holds the top spot among the heavenly lords within that particular dimension, that horizontal level. He presides over the others there.
So it's supreme within that context, not necessarily the ultimate highest being.
Precisely. It's about leadership within that specific sphere. So how does this apply to the Bodhi mind? It suggests that the Bodhi mind represents a kind of ultimate mastery over our inner world. It becomes the supreme guiding principle, the leader, among all our other mental states, thoughts, emotions, intentions.
So it's like becoming the ruler of your own mind.
Exactly. You become the sovereign, the Indra of your own inner kingdom, not tossed around by every passing thought or feeling. You're in charge.
Okay, that makes sense. Leading nicely into the next one, which is about wealth or lack thereof. Generating the Bodhi mind like Vaishnavan because it can eliminate all suffering of poverty. Who is Vaishnavan and how does this connect to poverty? Are we just talking money here?
Vaishnavan is another heavenly being, often seen as a protector figure and associated with wealth. But the key point the Master makes is that Vaishnavan has eliminated his own suffering of poverty first. He embodies abundance. Because he possesses such immense resources merit, good fortune, he can easily help others overcome their lack. And you're right to ask, it's not just about money. It's poverty in a broader sense.
Like poverty of wisdom or compassion.
Exactly. Poverty of inner peace, spiritual poverty, any kind of lack. And the Master uses this great simple analogy to show how easily Vaishnavan can give. He asks, if a billionaire gives you a penny, does he lose anything?
No, of course not. It's nothing to him.
Right. Vaishnavan's abundance is so vast, bestowing help costs him nothing. It flows naturally from his own state of being complete.
So cultivating the Bodhi mind, it's not just about self-mastery like Indra, but it also generates this internal, wealth, an inner abundance that can then help alleviate poverty in ourselves and maybe others too.
Precisely that. It's about cultivating such a rich inner state full of wisdom, compassion, peace, that you overcome your own sense of lack. And from that fullness, generosity naturally flows. You become a source, alleviating not just material poverty perhaps, but these deeper poverties of the spirit and mind.
Becoming a source. Okay, and the final analogy ties into this idea of inner richness, doesn't it? Generating the Bodhi mind like the merit deity because it is adorned by all merits. What's a merit deity? Is that a specific being or?
It's more of a state or a quality. The Master explains it simply means being adorned by all merits. He suggests that, in a way, all the heavenly realms could be seen as populated by merit deities. Why? Because being born there is the result of having accumulated significant merit, good karma, through virtuous actions in the past.
So their heavenly status is the adornment, in a sense.
Yes, it reflects their accumulated goodness. But the Master adds another layer with a lovely analogy. He says, imagine a rich person who loves to beautifully decorate their home. So it's not just about having the wealth, the merit, but also about expressing it beautifully. Your good qualities, your virtuous actions become like ornaments that adorn your very being. You radiate this positivity.
I see. So it connects back perfectly.
Yeah.
Cultivating the Bodhi mind doesn't just lead to merit, it is merit in action. Your actions, your whole way of being becomes so filled with these positive qualities that you are naturally adorned by them.
Exactly. You become inherently beautiful, spiritually speaking, because you are radiating goodness, wisdom, compassion. It's the natural expression of a mindset on enlightenment for all.
Wow. Taken together, these analogies really paint an incredible picture. We've gone from radical healing and extracting deep suffering to supreme inner leadership, then overcoming all kinds of poverty, and finally being literally adorned by merit itself. It shows just how incredibly broad and transformative generating this Bodhi mind can be. It's really quite something.
It absolutely is. This exploration really shows it's not some, dry philosophical concept. The Bodhi Mind is presented here as this dynamic, living force for change, a truly powerful engine. It's about cultivating these incredible qualities: healing, courage, mastery, abundance, and this inherent radiance of merit.
A path to becoming a source of benefit, not just for yourself, but for everyone.
Precisely. So maybe a question for everyone listening to reflect on.
Mm.
If generating the Bodhi Mind has this kind of power, what affliction, what deeply embedded arrow in your own life might it help you pull out first? Or what kind of inner poverty, maybe a lack of confidence or patience or wisdom, are you ready to start transforming into abundance?
That's a powerful thought to leave people with. How might these qualities start showing up for you? Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. It's been truly illuminating. My pleasure. Always fascinating to explore these ideas.
Indeed. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and maybe keep aspiring towards that Bodhi Mind.